Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. I know what you're saying. Has Geno Bisconti finally jumped the shark? In the 24-week history of these picks, which me and Joe love doing, I've never lost more than 2 games. Last week, 1-3. And we were lucky to get that one Monday night with the Colts just getting that late TD versus Miami. Still, 1-3 last week, 3-4 on the year for 43%, which isn't good enough for you guys, and I promise to make it better this week. But first, you know what really grinds my gears? Stupid front offices that recycle head coaches. Let's look at 3. Let's look at the Dallas Cowboys and Wade Phillips. How did they do in their opening game? They choked. Let's look at Norv Turner going for a field goal on 3rd and goal with 10 full seconds left in the half, and then having to go for a touchdown late in the game when they lost against the Ravens. Awful. And how about Cleveland? What can you say about Eric Mangini? He's a fucking idiot. Kudos to teams that take chances. Like, how's Rex Ryan doing for the Jets? How's Mike Smith in his 2nd year for Atlanta? And how's Harbaugh doing in Baltimore? Fantastic. Take some chances, front offices, because you're leaving fans like us in Cleveland, San Diego, and Dallas suffering. As for coaches like Wade Phillips, Norv Turner, and Eric Mangini, their head coaching careers are over. I'll tell you what they should do. They should manage an abortion clinic after this, because they have become pros at taking a ton of potential and dropping it in a dumpster. Oh, you ready for the picks? It's a cute picture. Me too. Let's go. My first pick. The Texans are giving 3.5 to the Jaguars in Houston. What can you say about these two teams? They're going in different directions. Houston's coming around. I don't think they're going to challenge for the division, but I love their offense. It's firing on all cylinders. The last time I saw this much clicking, I was at a tap dance benefit for Parkinson's disease. Yeah, that's a lot of movement. Let's go to the other side of the ball. The hapless Jaguars. Oh, they almost beat Indy in week 1. I don't care. They're terrible. That was a divisional game. And then last week, they got their asses kicked at home by the Cardinals. Jaguars stink. They can't even fill up their own stadium, and the team is lousy. Let me tell you, here's an idea. They should play all their games at Lilith Fair, because then their fans would be just like the players. Nobody wants any balls coming their direction. The Jaguars are lousy. They're going down, and take the Texans, lay the 3.5. My next pick, the Colts are getting 2.5 from the Cards in Arizona. I'm not impressed with the Cardinals. They lost to San Francisco in week 1, their home opener. That's terrible. And then they blew out the Jags last week. Big deal. They blew out the Jaguars last week. The Jags suck. The Colts, on the other hand, I think are great. They beat the Dolphins on the road this past Monday. That's tough to do anywhere in the NFL, win on the road. And in week 1, they beat the Jaguars. Oh, but it was a close game. It was a close divisional game. And in a divisional game, everything goes out the door faster than Rihanna and Chris Brown's carpool. Yeah, a lot of bounce in there. My point is, the Colts are a solid team, and the Cards are not ready to win. The Colts are getting 2.5? Are you crazy? Take the Colts in the 2.5. Which brings me to my lock of the week. And this one's going to hit. Daddy is due. The Vikings are giving 7 to the 49ers at home in Minnesota. I'll say it again. I'm not impressed with the 49ers. Yeah, they're 2-0, but who'd they beat? An unimpressive Arizona team and a banged-up Seattle team. And I'll tell you something. If Hucklebuck slides into the end zone there to make it 10-7 and doesn't get hurt, I think they flat-out win that game. Yeah, but they're 2-0. They're 2-0 in the NFC West. Beating up on teams in the NFC West is like winning the Alabama spelling bee. You're still not that G-U-D good, dummy. And I'll tell you something else. Frank Gore has all their touchdowns, 4 TDs. I wonder if the Minnesota defense can take him out of the game and leave it in the capable hands of Sean Hill. Exactly. I don't like San Fran's chances in this. Take Minnesota, lay the 7. Which brings me to my Double Your Money Monday Night Bet, or as I like to call it, the one bet Daddy hit last week. Don't worry, this will make us 4-0 this week. All right, the Cowboys are laying 9 to the Panthers at home. Okay, last week Dallas lost a tough one in the opening of their stadium, but they lost a tough one to division rival New York Giants, and Romo pressed a lot. He will not turn the ball over that much this week, I can promise you. But I can't promise you that Delhomme won't turn the ball over even more this week. He didn't turn it over a lot last week, but the Panthers are an inconsistent team, and that comes from playing in the NFC South. Let me tell you something. Rooting for a team in the NFC South is like having a relative with Alzheimer's. Yeah, I know you love them, but good luck having them repeat anything a year later. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are a good team. And yeah, Marion Barbarian is hurt and he might not play, but that's not a bad thing because they have 2 great running backs that I don't think the Panthers can prepare for in Felix Jones and Tashard. Thank God my mother wasn't pro-choice. Love that nickname. Love the Cowboys. Take the boys, lay the 9. Those are Geno's picks.